Hey there everyone, it's GleeCon, and I'm back. Once more bringing you an episode of Lore of Warcraft, and as always, overflowing with appreciation and thanksgiving for all of you being here. We're one day off from that. I'm sure we'll chat about it today. On this show called Lore of Warcraft, where we do everything in the World of Warcraft universe, and probably a little bit too much of the world inside my brain. We have a new breastplate, new boots, some new gear that we got in the last episode because we've been in this World of Warcraft Classic walkthrough, which is it's probably the single largest undertaking we're ever going to do on this show, just because the size and scope of it's greater than pretty much anything else, and the speed at which the pace you go through it. So even once we hit Cataclysm and we redo the surface world, it will be quicker. But we've been doing this for quite some time, for probably 8 months now in the current reboot, over a year all told. And we're doing an alliance run of the Badlands right now. So we're pretty much going to finish the Badlands, not counting the Uldaman portions. Stay a while and listen as we take Gleek and Tessa, our alliance paladin. We're going to finish it with the alliance. We pretty much finished everything. We do have one quest. We have a couple little things that we need to do. And since we're going to be doing a little bit of global traveling, I decided to take us out and do the fishing quest as well, because she's sitting on Got Nothin Left, and this is one of the massive remaining quests. I am tempted to just buy these other 19 pieces of wool to get them out of my stinking bag. I might just see how much that costs, because it's so annoying. I should have never. I had the wool and I used it like a fool. So I might, since we're going to be going around to the bank anyway, I need it for the gnomes. That's it. Ooh, I can actually start picking up some blacksmithing. The art of the Armorsmith and the way of the weaponsmith. I can decide what I want. Cool. Alright, so that is my one, and it's just taking up so much inventory, and I could just use a single 20 stack and I'd be done. Alright, so I'll move a little faster. If you notice, someone put an enchant on yesterday's episode. We got an enchant buff, an enchant for moving speed on my new boots. Even though they're male, it is, I could notice a small difference. Stacked with my paladin talent tree buff. We also, while we're here, I don't think we need to go to Stormwind per se. We look at Stormwind. I don't think we're really going to need to go there. Peak. Vital supplies. Yeah, that's. I always keep checking these. I don't think there's anything new that's popped up other than that one. All right, so let's go to the. Do I have room in my bank? First of all, okay, I do. We're gonna go to this guy, auctioneer, and just see how much a stack of wool cloth costs. 822 gold? What in the... Someone's flipping their gold from one account to another. That is the only... Because look, it's 911 gold for a single one. Holy crap. Okay, so... That's weird. It would behoove us to just farm that later on. That's insane. Alright, so that's going to sit in our inventory for a little bit more, but there is some... I mean, we've got all these dragon flame sacks. Tempted to want to sell those. Alright, so that was a waste. What do we have? Do I have anything that for real? Oh, I have those keys. I can try to open this lockbox. That's something for real. And I can put these 10 slot bags in there.
My attention.
Okay, so 10 more gold. Yeah, I'll buy another bag slot, and that will let me take this ooze-covered bag and stick that there. That's good. 25 more gold. Ugh, I don't want to pay that kind of money right now. But I'll stick this other bag there. We have 4 elemental earth. There you go. That's actually, I already have some right there. I have this key. Let's close this for a second and see. Can this key open up this lock? It can. That's good. Cool. What was in there? This is why I don't. I guess you never know what's going to be in there, but all right, I'm putting that back in there. What else do I really want to ditch? The deep rock salt. I don't have a recipe that requires that, so I don't mind storing that. The jade. I have lots of that. Good to know. I do need to smelt that ore. I need to smelt all of those ores. Everything else appears reasonable. Either I'm going to sell it or I'm going to keep lugging it around for now. Alright, so that was... There was a few things that we need to do today. One of them was that. I'll just put in... I'll put it in the general just to see if anyone has a 20 stack of wool that they want to sell. Because if it was a lobby, you know, you can give them a gold or something like that. I would throw a gold that way. Just to get that, because basically I'd be paying a gold to get that out of my inventory. Yeah, we need to go back to Dustwallow, which we will be doing that momentarily. What about cooking? Oh, yeah, remember? I thought I had... No, that was not on this account. On my mage account, I do have some barbecue. Okay, so we can go to the cook, because there's a couple. If nothing else, I can cook those buzzard wings up. Alright, so let's see what we got here. No. We need to fish also today. Oh, but we are going to do that. That's why we're doing this mission. So we actually need to. 3 buzzard wings, that's all I can really make. Man, I wish I hadn't have thrown out those because I could have made that dragon breath chili. We'll get those fish too if we start fishing. I fished in hinterlands and I did a lot, like an hour straight fishing on my mage. It took me... I didn't have any lures, so I probably could have done it in half an hour if I had lures. But I ended up getting like 50-something... I'm gonna hit 300 cooking just from... I got some electric eels and neat stuff like that. Alright, those buzzard wings I'll keep for sale, because they do give you a buff. Let's smelt the heck out of these different things. The gold can go in the bag. I can probably stop even mining gold when I see it. Because those gold keys aren't even useful to me. I think you need true silver keys for the other kind, and I'm 1 stinking point off of that. Alright, 15 points of iron should get us where we want to go. I might have to smelt it into steel. But this was part 2. Actually, let's talk. Do I want to do Art of the Armorsmith or the Way of the Weaponsmith? Once I get going on... Okay, let's start looking this up. Okay, Classic WoW. Art of Armorsmith or Weaponsmith? Which one should I choose? I had already made this decision in my head some time back. So I guess what you're ultimately looking is what's it best for. So at the end, you get the... If you go Armorsmith, you're going to get these dark iron things. Stam, fire resistance. You can get these gauntlets, which are agility stam fire. So it's a lot of fire resistance. Some of those are pretty good. I really have, just off the cuff, I don't see anything. Weaponsmith is going to give you a 2-handed axe. Which is good with a 62 attack power, an annihilator, and nightfall. So very good axes. Because the real choice, how much money can be made? Most people choose Armorsmith because the helmet and the leggings are good. The leggings and nightfall are best in slot. Those are pretty freaking dope. Yeah, I like that better because I don't want to get tied into The axes. See, this is a... These are one-handed... Now, there is a two-handed mace. Chance on hit to stun. I just don't love that. Alright, I'm going to go Armorsmith. I can't do both. So what we'll do is, as we fly around and travel around, we will research the alternate. Like, what would the alternate path have looked like if we took that instead? I'm gonna go Armorsmith, though. I think that might be actually better than Weaponsmith, kind of for my goal.
Adventurer, was it? That is a mighty fine piece of work you have there. I'll take you on, train you how to make armor fit for King Magni himself. What? Greetings, person.
So he's not letting me, it's not letting me do it yet. You must make the following items and return them. Okay, so maybe there's something, let's look on my spreadsheet. I'm gonna go Armorsmith, but let's look at the spreadsheet and see, what am I missing? I need to have a blacksmithing of 200. I am level 40, what's my blacksmithing? I'm at 208. Okay. So why is it, what's it called? The way of the art of the Armorsmith. Okay, so let's find out why I can't start it. Oh, I see. I have to talk to the guy and have him tell me more.
I can't say enough about your work. Truly amazing things that you can do with a hammer and an anvil. Now, don't be telling anyone that I suggested you go find a goblin to teach you. But
yeah,
that's exactly
so we talked about that.
Brick Keencraft is his name. And last I heard, he was operating a shop down in Booty Bay.
Alright, so I want him to tell me more about forging armor.
I hope you didn't come all the way to the Great Forge just to stay warm. Speak up, lass. Tell me what it is I can do for you.
Nice form, Contessa. I bet a full mug at Broke's Corner that the function is just as solid. You know, you might want to talk to Mjolnir Sunderfjeri, if such a straight.
Can you give me directions?
I hope you didn't come all the way to the Great Forge.
See, that glitches sometimes with that.
Of course I can show you where Mjolnir is. Right over there. Near the anvil of the Great Forge. That's where he does his work. Listen to his words well, lass. Mjolnir. Skilled as they come. Okay, so now here is Mjolnir. Wait, what? Where's Mjolnir? Him.
Hi. Your skill in blacksmithing is exceptional, adventurer. The time has come to make a decision. There are two paths you may choose. The way of the weaponsmith or the art of the armorsmith. Be warned, when you have chosen to dedicate yourself to a path, there is no going back. The discipline each path requires leaves no room for hybrids.
Wish I'm an armorsmith.
Your skill in blacksmithing is exceptional, adventurer. The time has come to make a decision.
Alright, so
Grumnus be your man, Contessa. He'll school you in the art of the armorsmith.
okay, let's talk to him.
Great to meet you. So ye made the smart decision. There ain't no love lost betwixt me and old Irenas here. That good-for-nothing toy maker knows who the true craftsmen round here be. The truly great wars are won with a good defense. When it be go time, no offense is gonna be helping you out. Right, so let's get to work. All you need to do is show me that you've got some raw talent. After that, I'll yank whatever impurities be left in you and mold you into an armorsmith.
Alright, so I need
know how to make ornate mithril,
I need 4 ornate mithril helmets, 2 boots, 1 breastplate. So let's go ahead and add that into my list. So we picked up this. We're going to add this to my quest walkthrough. Because heck, I did do it, even though it's not technically... Oh, I did it again. I did it again. Okay, so we're adding this onto our run here. Means I've got to add this down just a pinch. We're going to go Art of the Armorsmith, so I actually don't have to extend that. Okay, we picked that bad boy up. Can I make any of that ornate stuff right now? That's probably plate. I can make heavy, but not ornate. Alright, so let's go ahead and make some solid grinding stones, and maybe I'll get lucky and get my 2 points out of that. Not we'll have to do... Okay, we got 1 point right off the bat. I have 8 tries now. Now, it's typically about 10% chance in my experience. We'll see. Okay, we've... Okay, we've used half our chances now, and we're not getting it. 3 to go. 2 chances left. Come on. Daddy needs a new... There, we got it. Okay, so I'm going to still make the last stone anyway. But we got to the 210, which is going to let us go talk to this guy also. And maybe he can teach us that other part that we need.
I can't say enough about your work, truly amazing.
Okay, so heavy mithril axe, mithril scale pants.
Now don't be telling anyone that I suggested you go find a goblin to teach
The
you.
steel plate
That's
helmet.
exactly what I'm gonna do. Brick King
Now-
is his name. And last I heard, he was operating a shop down in
Heavy
Booty
mithril
Bay.
axe and the scale... Now, the scale pants are probably going to be... Yeah. That's just straight mithril. I could get my points right there if I need. This is the heavy axe. That's weaker than what I can make. Okay, so let's find out where I get the ornate mithril recipe. I'm guessing that's from the guy in Booty Bay is my guess. So let's just take a peek and just see. It is... For these, you need the following. I need 100 mithril, 13 true silver. I need a heart of fire. So some of those I'd have to purchase this myself. The Mithril Kid in Gadgetstan. Oh, it's not in Booty Bay. But I have to go to I have to go down there, I think. Well, we'll have to go down there anyway. So it's okay. I need to... That's just going to be one more piece of our journey here. Do I need to fish down there? I don't think so. Alright. I'm trying to think about... Actually, I should have kept that open. Mithril Kid. Let's check that guy out. The Mithril Kid, it's a quest. So let's see. To take to when you give him. Oh. I see. So we're going to need a bunch of stuff. Do I have a quest down there for that? Let's peek. Okay, so it's basically saying that there is a guy that will give you a quest in Gadgetstan. I don't see him, but he basically wants us to do some things. And what about Booty Bay? And as I said, part of it's in Booty Bay. Part of the recipe is in Booty Bay. Which we do need to go to Booty Bay too, but... Okay. We got it. Yeah, we've got to... Let's go Art of the Armorsmith again. And follow the steps. So... Declare Armorsmith. You'll be directed to another dwarf. He'll give you the specifics. You don't have the recipes. He doesn't tell you where to go. You talk to Hank the Hammer in Stormwind and complete his quest, which opens up a quest to talk to a guy in Booty Bay. Okay, so we're going to need to go to Stormwind. There we go. The origins of something. That's where you need to go. Oh. Okay. Cool. So that's where we can pause on that. Now, what do we have to turn in? I have to turn in this in Duskwallow. All those are in Uldaman. They're not turning in. Alright, I think we're okay now. So, let's sell.
What's on your
Repair and sell. This is this stuff. That can be sold. You can sell those plate boots. Got a lot of this webbing and stuff. Don't need that junk. Those boots. Those tongues. Buy Gelka's chain. You were pretty cool when I had you. And then if I really wanted these two things, can go into the bank on the way. Heavy stone, I guess I should change this into heavy grinding stones real quick too. Get that busted out of the way too. Just because we're going to probably need that. It sounds like we got a lot coming up. And then the reason why this is good is because it's going to help us know what I need to keep a lookout for as we're questing. I'm not going to go run out and buy all this crap, although we could consider it. Especially since I saved all this money on mounts, so I don't mind spending some money on ore. Alright, so there, that gives us some more of those. This is going to stay. For now, I'm going to keep all of these dumb things. We do have 60 silk.
Off with you.
Okay, they don't need silk, that's just wool. Does that mean silk is off the... silk might be off the schneid here. Yeah, so I don't need silk anymore. And I can't, it does nothing for me, so I'm going to go ahead and make my silk bandages because that sells for the most. So we're going to convert all of our silk into bandages. And then, yeah, the rest of these, like, this is good. This is fine. That's still just setting with me. It's just annoying. Got tons of those stones, and this is extra gear. Okay, so we have those two things to stick in the bank, but actually I'm not going to stick them in the bank yet because I might need them when I go start. So we'll save our bank trip, but I am going to have to sell all of these. So after this, we're going to take the tram over the Stormwind. I'm not going to use my Hearthstone because we have God knows what ahead of us. And we do go to Duskwallow for Theramore to get the fishing quest, so we do need to do that, and we also need to go to Booty Bay, and obviously we have some other things we may or may not need to do. So if you look at this spreadsheet that I have over here for professions, this is a rabbit hole we're going down, and I kind of like it. It's called, I think we missed, I just stopped that by accident. It is called The Origins of Smithing. I don't know why I thought it was called The Origins of something. I don't see that. So I actually need to open up this and add this quest in. The Origins of Smithing. I'm sure it requires that, not 201. That's the thing, one thing I do not like about I mean, I don't hate it. It has its uses, I can see, but that's it. All right, we made 2 more stacks of that. Okay, good. There's... Oh, we need to do our training, too. I mean, we can do that here. We can do it in Stormwind. Doesn't really particularly matter. Now that I'm over here, I'll just wait till I'm in Stormwind, since I gotta go there anyway. But we have to do our Paladin training. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Pretty good. We're at 210. We cannot get the next tier until I guess we learn Artisan, which I don't know where that comes from. Artisan blacksmithing. Probably one of these dudes. That's on that other side, so we're gonna miss it, so we can just wait over here. But I still like to go in the middle. Oh, I should probably put the Origin of Smithing is in Stormwind. Let's go add that. So this is cool. So this is adding on some extra, it's kind of taking me a minute to get my head around this. I didn't realize, I really didn't think about this on the last thing. So we're really doing profession stuff today. And then we're going to do one other side gradient. And I might not even finish all this, I don't know. I mean, we're doing... We're going to have to see, because it might be like really quickly where I get stymied. I will be willing to spend some money on this quest, though. I have so much mithril. I have 81 mithril. That's a good start. 25 iron is okay. Okay, so let's continue to look at that, guys. Description. Okay. Opens up a quest to talk to... Oh, it will complete his quest, so I don't know what his quest is going to be. So let's look at that. His quest is... 6 golden scale bracers. So that sounds like mail. To make 6 of them, that means I'm going to need 12 of those stones and 30 steel bars. I think I had 21, so I would need a little bit more iron, possibly a little bit more. I don't need more heavy stones. I've got enough for that. So 6 golden scale bracers. Then what? Is that the only quest I need? So his next one is In Search of Galvan, the Mithril Order. So that should be it. I should just need 9 more... Actually, not even 9. 5 more pieces of iron. Okay. So we'll look to see how much iron costs at the auction house. That's what I really need. That's reasonable. Just trying to purchase 5 pieces of iron. Or I'll buy a 20 stack depending on the price. That could be reasonable. And if not, then I know, okay, we can pause on this and I'll wait until I get 5 more iron on my own, because that would obviously be the best situation here. But I'm kind of also open to the idea of just cranking this out as fast as I can. Like, even if I have to purchase some. Okay, so here is the dude right here, Hank the Hammer.
When I was about your age, a dwarf by the name of Galvan took me under his wing and trained me in the ways of the Armorsmith. Before he left for Booty Bay, he made me promise to train all those with the desire and determination to advance in the craft of blacksmithing. So here I am, all these years later. So now it's time for you to learn a little something. Make me 6 golden scale bracers, and you will learn where smithing comes from, adventurer.
Okay, so that is accurate, what we needed. We need 5 more iron. I'm going to go train my paladin powers and then look up the cost of iron. If it's ridiculous and people are cramming just obnoxious quantities of wool prices like they did there, it was like 1,000 gold for a single wool, then I don't even know. But the weird thing also is that all other wool was gone. There are places, like we could go grind Defius pillagers or whatever if we wanted to, you know, if we really wanted to get wool. Hello, agents of the light. Yeah, there's just all kinds of interesting things we can do right now. Because we're at a good level, 46. We're ready to really step into our big girl shoes. Okay, sometimes she glitches and, like, see, I can't interact with her. It's like the over-the-shoulder camera is technically being blocked by that pillar.
Kings, may the light protect you this day.
Okay, I still don't have consecration, but I can learn Holy Light next rank up to 1,000 healing, so that's good. 20%, 25% increase to healing on my Holy Light. I like it. I was really still fine with where it was, but that's the only holy I've got to waste money on. Blessing of Sacrifice rank... Oh, I don't have this one yet. Okay, so I want to add another... I have room for more blessings down here. It places a blessing transferring the damage taken to me. Okay.
Go with honor, friend.
So, it's for tanking. It's kind of a neat thing. What am I going to do with that? Okay, that's the seals. I have my blessings down there. Okay, let's see. Actually, maybe I need to open my thing. Options. Whoa. They've changed this. Oh, it's because I'm not looking at LUI. Okay, bar 6. Oh, I already have the max. No, that's that one over there. Which bar is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It must be this one. Okay, I'll max out. That's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and add these bad boys. I'm going to want those anyway. Oh, I have these better mana potions I should put there. Okay, and then now I can add this one extra Blessing of Sacrifice. Kind of neat, I guess. And then I've got Turn Undead down there. I mean, I could always move Turn Undead. I've got a spot right there. I don't ever remember to use it, so maybe I will put it right there just to see if I can remember to use it. Not that I really need the fear. Alright, and then next part of Ret Aura, 16 damage if I have it on, as opposed to currently it's 12, so
Be careful.
1/3. That was a crap level. I didn't miss anything at all. I guess it would be good if I use Ret Aura. Ret Aura is better now. My main heal is better. And it gave me a pretty solid tank thing. Or almost like an off-tank thing, too. Actually, I would say that's more of a healer thing. Because you could throw it on the tank and then help the tank live while you're spreading heals out amongst yourself. So I would actually put that, even though it's protection, I would say it could be useful in either kit. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if I can either buy a stack of ore, iron ore, or if I can buy a stack of iron or steel. Let's see what's cheaper. Or the cheapest. So let's begin with iron ore. Okay, iron ore, that's just regular. A 10 stack is like 5 gold. That's probably more, that's a lot. Iron bar, a 20 stack is like 4 gold. So I would obviously, you're looking at the unit price, it's actually not that bad. Yeah. That's not too shabby. Okay, and then, or I could look up steel bar. 20 stack is way more money. Okay, so iron bar, let's go there. I'll just buy this 20 stack, so it is for 4 gold. It's way cheaper to buy the bars than it is to buy the ore. Probably because you would have no need for the ore unless you were going to want to use it to also level your your mining. Okay, so I did spend 4 gold or whatever on that, 4 gold and a quarter. So, but my leveling up was very cheap this time, 3 moves. So now we're going to go back over and finish off this quest. I was willing to pay 4 gold to expedite that process, and I'm not too ashamed. Just because it will really help us. I don't know that I'm going to do that for every step, and we have so much mithril already. And probably some extra gold. Do I have? I still have, and I have more gold bars in my inventory too. So, what we don't have is true silver, and I can't even mine that yet, so that's a little bit expensive. That might halt my progress. And some of this stuff I imagine we're going to hit a wall anyway. Because this is like end-game blacksmithing. So let's go, first of all, we have this 25. So we need a total of 30. So let's go to the guy with the blacksmithing supplies. See that? And we need to buy 30 coal. I think it's her.
Don't let the humans in the bazaar fool you, lass. With the subway those gnomes built, it's easier than you
can only buy it in stacks of 10.
If they try to tack on import fees, just tell them you're gonna buy your gear from me.
Okay, so if you think about it too, we just spent over a gold doing that. So just, there's nothing you can do about that. Just creating steel on your own, the amount of steel, that's over gold. So we spent over 5 gold doing this quest. After this is done, he's going to send us, I think, over to Booty Bay, which is fine, because we need to go there anyway. We can kind of plan what we need out of there. Let's think. How I want to go to Dust Wallow. We need to do that first. So... how do we want, and that's going to leave us in Kalimdor, and I'm not going to want to mess with anything outside of Kalimdor for a while, but I kind of also want to go to Tanaris while I'm in Kalimdor. But we got to go to Dustwallow first. There's no way around that. Alright, so we're going to have to go up to Wetlands, probably, I think it's about a wash. We take the tram up there first, but we've got to do that first. Yeah, we're going to be really going back and forth a lot on this mission. I don't think there's much we can do about it. Man, I need one more point of mining and I could learn all that other mining. Okay, here we go. Now we need to build 6 golden scale bracers. Luckily we had all the heavy stones we needed. And then we'll be able to turn this in. And this actually can level us up too, so this is cool. Boom, got a point there. If we're lucky, it'll get us up to 15, and then we'll be able to actually, next time we're in Ironforge, learn that last little helmet. Or from any artisan trainer. I don't know that the others will have it, but we do have that one helmet recipe we can learn. And we actually have to go back to Ironforge anyway. That will actually, there you go. Then I'll take the tram, since we're right here. We'll take the tram, go to Wetlands, because we really got to pick that quest up. Did not gain a level from that one. Come on. Okay, if we get lucky, this will do it. We'll get our last one. Fingers crossed. Yes, that's fantastic. Okay, so now we can turn in this quest.
Well met.
Could you be the next Galvan protege?
Very good, adventurer. Listen and learn. Blacksmithing never comes from here. Blacksmithing never comes from here. Blacksmithing only comes from here. And now you know the origin of blacksmithing.
So he's saying it never comes from here. He points to his hammer. It never comes from here. He points to the anvil. Blacksmithing only comes from here. He points to his heart. Okay, good lesson, Coach.
Galvan left Booty Bay many years ago. Members of the Order still remain in town, hoping to one day find another worthy of Galvan's tutelage. Take this insignia and present it to McGavin in Booty Bay. If you actually make it that far, he'll know that you are worthy. I have faith, adventurer.
Thanks, bro. Alright, so we have the Mithril insignia now, and I also can learn this. Put that over there. Cool, and we have completed this quest, so we can check that one off. And that has given us the next quest, which is called In Search of Galvan. Oh, I forgot to put a caps on that. Now notice I did not add this in there. I missed that up as well. So this is going to give me another one. I'm glad I'm doing this because this is helping me realize, oh, I did do this. It's right here. Okay, so I did actually have it. I just had it in the wrong order. We got to delete these now. Which means this probably goes down there. So I just have to do some reshuffling. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to go back to Ironforge because the next thing before we start globetrotting, we need to we need to pick up our fishing quest because there is some work that we can do over there, and we might as well, while we're in Kalimdor, get all of that done. We can also work on our first aid. We have the next tier of that ready to roll. And if things start to get prohibitively expensive, we're going to pause this quest line. The bracers that we just learned, or the gloves we just learned how to make, are pretty cool, actually. They require gold, steel, all that stuff. We have them. But it gives us a... No, our current mail are 14 points. Those are 15. There's strength with spirit. Strength and stam. It's not good enough of an upgrade for me to want to... It's like a pinch better. But it's not good enough for me to want to devote those resources to it. We're down to 4 heavy stones, so that's another thing that might slow us down. I'm going to need more heavy stone. I'm going to have to see how much that costs. Be running around mining. I'll be one of those people. Well, those elementals are for solid stone. So maybe that's part of it too. Maybe those are people grinding out the solid stone needed to do this Armorsmith quest. Oh, holy cow. Daniel Jones just signed with the Vikings, which is my team. I had heard rumors about that, and in some levels it makes sense because it allows him to get up to speed. It allows him to be our backup. He's essentially, you know, he's released, so he's making no money. So as a practice squad guy, you don't make a lot of money. But it will allow you to work with a really good quarterbacks coach on a really good team. He does have some athleticism and some potential, much in the same way that, say, Sam Darnold does. He would ostensibly, I think, after a few weeks, move into that backup role behind, instead of us having to rely on Nick Mullins, so that if we have any injury scares, we have another serviceable quarterback, especially if he gets a few weeks' time. Excuse me. We're already just maybe in the final 6 weeks, we're about 2 wins away from being in contention, like punching a ticket to the playoffs, basically. And so this is it makes sense. It actually made sense to me when I read it. It also opens up him as another bridge quarterback if we needed to have a bridge quarterback plan behind the rookie. So anyway, that's a lot of football talk that's very Viking specific, but I was sort of kind of thinking that this was interesting news.
Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy pink griffins stand the heat of the Great Forge? I think not.
Alright, so now we're going to go here. I just wanted to talk to this guy.
I can't say enough about your work.
Because now I can learn steel plate helm as well. I'm not going to wear that helm.
Anyone that I suggested you go find a goblin to teach you, but that's exactly what I'm going to do. Brick Keencraft is his name. And
we are flying up to Menethil.
A shop down in Booty Bay.
So
Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy pink griffins stand the heat of the Great Forge? I think not.
That gives us more plate. It lets me use solid grinding stones. It does require 14 steel, so that's probably not going to happen. At this point, it'd be better for me to use Mithril to level up. I don't know where do we learn? Let's look this up too. Where to learn artist and blacksmithing? Do I have to just complete this quest line? The guy in Booty Bay will teach it to me. Okay, cool. Which is good because we're ready for that. You know, we have, like I said, we've got plenty of gold because, I mean, we're not so flush, but we're not buying a mount on this character. So we're gonna fly up here to Menethil right now and take the boat over from Menethil over to Duskwallow for a couple of reasons. One, we're gonna pick up the next step of first aid. Then we're gonna move over to finish I Got Nothin Left and finish the fishing quest. Then that will open up fishing spots for us in Feralus and Deathless. So I think after we go here, we'll come back over because we can basically swim with this character. I talked about running down the shore. I was a fool because we're going to be swimming right over. So we'll swim back over and then we'll fly from there. We don't need to go to Tanaris yet. That'll be something I don't even know for sure that we do on this episode. We will fly at this point to get these fishing parts done. We'll fly to Fairless. We have this exit, this part. And we'll come down right over here or here. I can't remember. We'll fish. Don't think we've done that one yet. We could open up this flight path if you want. I could show you guys how to get that one, and then we can fly from there up to Desolus. That might actually be the quickest way to go. So you basically will have to go through here. It's kind of hostile, and we'll take a boat over. I don't remember which boat we need. Let's see if it matters, if we can even get there in time. We do need to up our fishing. After we level up, that's going to depend on the time of this show. I think this is the boat. No, we're missing it. Okay, we're going to just run and take it. I hope this is the right boat. I don't remember. If I'm wrong, then at least we just... I mean, if I'm wrong, it's going to be taking me over to Darnassus. And that would be annoying. It would be quicker to just wait for the boat to go back. I just wouldn't get off the boat. I made the boat, though. That's kind of cool. And what would be funny is if I made the wrong boat. Yeah, we also got an enchantment on our axe last time. So we got we got enchanting on our bracers. We got enchanting on our axe. We got a new plate chest. We got new pants. No, we got new boots. And we got a new trinket. So we did upgrade like half of our slots. Okay, good. This is the right boat. Thank goodness. Okay, we want to be on the left side of this boat, I believe. Because we're going out to sea, basically. Okay, so we are going to swim across here and make it to Nat Pagle. That's what we're going to do first. Then we're going to swim back over here, do the first aid, and start the flying path like I mentioned. Alright, so let's cue this bad boy up because we know this is coming next. I Got Nothin Left. I don't know why. So much of our stuff is profession related. I've actually opened that one up. I don't know if there's bad guys here, but I think swimming across the bay is actually a compromise. I wish I had some kind of water walking or fast. Like, I probably should have came and went that way. I think that'll be quicker. When I come back, I'll try to do it more that way. There's an Elder Merc Thresher. Excuse me. He's level 45. Guess I'll power up in case I get attacked. We could also, like, island hop that way. But I think this is... I really think off of the docks you can get... I don't know. Go with the flow is staying in classic. Yeah, I just don't... Yeah, see, that's what I don't love. The SR system. Not particularly. Alright, so this is the quest line we already did as Horde. There's literally nothing different about it. This is where, but in case you are anti-Horde and you just want to watch the Alliance half, you're going to see us do this part of the journey too. And you'll see how things are a little bit different as Alliance, just really in terms of convenience. The overall quest chain, other than getting to and from Nat Pagle, is more convenient for the Horde. Getting to all of the fishing spots. Oh my gosh, that scared the absolute crap out of me. He just, the way his whole head, like, just came out of the water, that got me. That got me, I gotta tell you. Good job, WoW. And he's floating above the water like this flying dinosaur just shot out of the water. Got me. Okay. There's another one right there. You're not gonna scare me. I'm not even gonna fight you. I'm gonna go off to the side. I wish I could say that was the first time even close to it that WoW has caused me to maybe need a little change of undies.
How?
If you ask
me, the best part about fishing is its slow pace. It gives one time to think, to reflect on past events and to plan for future ones. Oh, and it's also a great excuse to drink, heavily.
Mm-hmm.
I've always got room on my island for visitors, I reckon.
I reckon.
See you around.
Okay, and now here he's going to be giving us his quest.
Hey there. Can't say I really enjoy fishing much. Figure I've been at it for a good 20 or 30 years.
I'm gonna let him
now.
talk while we
I
swim
reckon
back
people
because
are driven to
we
do
already
what
did
they
this
do
one.
for different reasons. Now, I'm not saying you need to fish for 30 years or catch every fish in the sea to become a master fisherman. I reckon you just need to be determined. Determined enough to sit on your duff for hours at a time, doing nothing. I'll tell you what, catch me a few rare fish and I'll teach you a thing or two. Here's a list.
Sounds like your average WoW player to me. Including myself. We are, if you're playing this game and watching this show, you are more than likely determined to sit for hours on your duff doing nothing. Where are we on the record time? Okay, good. So we're still doing well. I'd say server 12:30-ish is where we want to be. Maybe a pinch longer. It ran long when we did this last time. This is just a time-consuming quest. It takes over an hour if you just focus on the fishing part, and we're goofing around doing all kinds of crap. So the only thing for this actual zone we really need to accomplish today is pearl diving. That's the only Badlands quest that's exterior to Uldaman that we have to do. All of these others are coming out of this. Yeah, see, we have the Art of the Armorsmith, but they don't tell us where to learn those moves. That's why we're doing the second chain. Oh, I have to also put, after we do this, we got to go into the spreadsheet, but I'm not going to mess with it right now. So, yeah, so you can just get right up on the dock, not too shabby. Alright, so now we got to remember where that first aid is. I don't really remember. So maybe it would have been quicker to just finish the boat and then come over from there, because coming from there was longer. Alright, where's our combat medic? I think he's in one of these two keeps. I do remember that. He's like in a corner room of the keep. Maybe that one. I don't know that he's in the main one here. That's more like a tower, so I'm gonna go with no. I think that's the tower where like Jane and Proudmoore is at. Okay, so that means he's over in this other little side keep. Now, Galvan, we're also going to... I don't know if we have to pay. We might not have to pay for the artisan, which is good, too, because that basically saves us 5 gold when you get those artisan levels for free. Oh, hey, what's up, buddy?
Can I help you?
You can have that Thrushodon thing I just bought.
For the Alliance.
There's our trauma surgeon. Teach me, see.
Hello. It is good to see you again, Dr. Adventurer.
Okay, so
I
he
have
taught
been
me
following your progress,
heavy mage
and
weave.
I dare say that it is time you learn some of the more
I'm not
advanced
going to
advantages
actually
of
use
technique.
those until
Return
we've
to me
decided...
from time to time as your skill advances, and I shall teach you all that I know.
Until we've decided, like, hey, we really are... Like, we're good on all this ornate stuff, because... I'm pretty sure it requires mithril. I know I saw some of the mithril stuff was requiring it to build. Alright, now we are going to fly. If we look at the map, we are on all these quests. I want to fly to this spot in Feralis first.
How are you? Where would you like to fly to?
Alright, and so at this part we're going for... Oh no, I forgot to buy the fishing lure. And I don't think we're even gonna get a pass through a friendly port. It seems like I'm going up to Ratchet, then and passing through there, then I will pause. But we might beeline, which means that we're going to be fishing in Feralus without the benefit of lures. That stinks. That was a bummer. That was a bad job by me. It's going to double our fishing time. We should, when we go to the next spot, maybe we can find one in the Feathermoon Stronghold. I haven't really explored that place very much. If not, when we fly up to Desolus and go to Nigel's Point, there's a chance. Now, my goal was to go back to Ratchet after that. What would be quicker? Because the alternative would be to hearth back to Stormwind, fly to Westfall, and then take this river down here, which will pop us out right about here. Then come over and do the fishing and Blue Pearl, and then march the rest of the way down to Booty Bay. That might actually be quicker, since we need to come up to this spot anyway, and you can do your fishing up here. But the fishing I'm less worried about, because you can do that all along the coast. Yeah, we're kind of screwed on this Feralus one, but oh well. And then we're going to do this in Search of Galvan. We're going to turn that one in while we're down there. And hopefully learn artisan blacksmithing. And he's probably, let's see what he gives us. Okay, the Mithril Order. I think that's the one that sends us over to Tanaris. This will be the third fish too, so we'll have to decide. Actually, you know what we should do is, before we fly over to Westfall, we will fly over to Swamp of Sorrows, get that fish, then come back and change my mind. We're gonna fly there, and then we'll fly to Booty Bay, and we'll march up, because that will allow us some freedom. That's a better one. Then we'll be all done with the fish, and this, if we have to go back to Kalimdor, which we're gonna go to Tanaris, we'll be able to turn in the Nat Pagle Lane on the way. Alright, so now we're going to make our way through Old Feralus. We have to be careful when we run past Camp Mojache. So here's where, if you are a Horde, if you haven't been here before, then you can fly down to Thousand Needles and walk your way over. You already have. Camp Mojache is right next to where you need to fish for this. So your alliance, you can climb here or here, either way. If you go to this one, it's shorter, but you've got to go around Camp Mojache. You go here, you got to take a little boat over. So either way, it's just a little bit less convenient. Like, the difference from there to there is not that big a deal, but it is slightly less, and it's kind of like that by itself would almost balance out the advantage of being so close to Nat Pagle, but not really, because you really are. It's much easier to get to Nat Pagle as Alliance. Alright, so that's the camp. You can go around it above, or you can go around it below. I'm going to go above this time. Usually I think I go below, but I don't know. You would think that, actually this isn't even that good. Yeah, I gotta go even higher. You would think that, I don't remember what I was going to say. Something about whether it would be better to go above or below, but now I've already kind of disagreed with myself. Get off. Get off me, fool. Okay, so there's a little log. Not little. A big old log we can cross over. There's a camp. I don't know. I haven't quested in Feralus in Classic in ages, so I'm not familiar. I've done a little bit. There's another... I think it's a mage quest I had to do. Or no, you know what? It's a Hinterlands quest I just recently did that sends you over here. Hinterlands is actually very, very short for Alliance. There are a handful of quests with the Wildhammer Dwarves. You can do repeatable quests if you want to build rep with them. And then it's all about the quest line to save Sharpbeak, but you have to complete Zul'Farrak for that. So you get kind of bottlenecked up to a certain point, and then you can just finish the last few quests. But all told, even with that, it's maybe 10 quests, give or take. So it's very short. So I've finished that, and I'm working on the Horde run. Not very far into my Horde run. I've done a few. I'll work on that more today. As we continue our traveling, tomorrow. Yeah, last night I put a comic, a very exclusive comic on. I actually did it yesterday. I talked about it. Today I'm going to do I'm going to play an old school emulated Android like push button phone game. Assassin's Creed, the original one. I found access to it. You can no longer find it like in the Play Store or anything like that. It's too old. But I did find access to this. I think I should be able to do like a semi-speed run and beat it in one go. I think it only has like 4 levels. But I'll be posting that on the Patreon today if you're interested in Assassin's Creed or seeing an older, obscure phone game and how you can emulate that on your PC or whatever you have. Alright, so I'm a little bit bummed out because we are really at 230 fishing here with the fishing pole buff, and probably we're going to be screwed. Deathless will be okay fishing in Deathless. The fishing requirements are lower, but I really wish we had a couple. Yeah, see, fish got away. If we get like 10 straight without catching anything, we'll go over here and then come back. Like if it seems like it's literally impossible. I hope not. I don't think it will be. Take a peek while I fish and what's the fishing requirement for Feralus. That's 2 in a row. Okay. Fishing level requirement Feralus. 150 to... It says 150 to 175, which that's obviously wrong. It's 3 in a row. Oh, I think my sun is up. I heard a screech. That's 4 in a row that I've missed. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's no longer a minimum fishing as of Wrath of the Lich King. That's 5 in a row. Okay, so we can fish here, thank goodness. Although the drop rate is obviously terrible. So you will always have a chance of failure unless you're at the max 300 when you're in Feralus. So that's why your Feralus is actually quite a hard zone to fish in. We obviously have a chance, but it's probably like a 10% chance. The only thing in our favor is typically you don't need to get very many catches. So we just need a few. Dang it. Okay. Now Deathless is a 225. Swamp of Sorrows is 225. What's our other one? So those we should be good when we go there. What's our 4th? Stranglethorn Vale. Okay, we got a second one. And Stranglethorn Vale is good. Certain parts of it are 300, but the coast... So, of course, we go to the hardest one first. This is the toughest one. We got Raw Nightfin, which is... I don't know why we're getting Nightfin in the middle of the day, but that's cool. Remember last time too, I moved, so if we get a few, but this is pretty much where I go every time. I'll take a few steps over if I don't get one in a couple more successful casts. Yeah, see this Black Dragon Scale boots, that looks to be Well, that's a leather worker. There we go. We got it. Okay. Get the heck out of here. Alright, so we got our first fish. Quest is still acting up where it's showing me on the screen, but not overall. So we're going to take this boat over here. I'm going to. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm not even going to buy the lures at this point because I feel like... Actually, I don't know. Maybe I will. Let's take a peek and see, according to Classic... I need to look up Classic. That's the key. Because I have one, but it's not in... I see one, but it's not in English. Okay, so this is Wowpedia. See, that's the same one I just looked at, it's just a different... Zone levels required to fit... Zone and levels required to fish 19 years ago? Ha! That is an old post. That's an OG post. It's one of the first posts ever on a site called Owned Core. Never even heard of it. That's cray-cray. Someone has put it in there. Stranglethorn Vale, 150 to 250. It's very... vague. Alright, so I wanted to do that on purpose because I want to go down to these low-lying areas. We want to go over to this island here. And that's Feathermoon Stronghold. It's very interesting. If you look here, there's a dock. And you have to actually take a boat over to this stronghold. There are quests. There's like a goblin right there. I remember correctly. There are mobs too. I don't see any actually. Look, there's a dude right there, a Night Elf Hunter, level 45. We're level 46. Okay, so we need to take this boat. It's a quick ferry back and forth. But there is a boat that takes us back and forth over to this island. While we're there, we're gonna see if I can find a fisherman to sell us. No, screw it. Like I said, I'm off that tip. I think with 230 fishing, we should be... Actually, I want to confirm that. I want to find an official confirmation. Let's take Fearless. I just want to see by zone. I want an official confirmation. Okay, here's our ferry. Alright, so... Yeah, it says it to 150... 225. You need bright baubles, and that's Duskwallow Marsh. Alterac, Arathi, Desolus, Stranglethorn, Swamp of Sorrows. Those are our other three. They should all be good at 225. Okay. So it just says use the bright baubles when you're in Feralus. Gotcha. Okay, now Desolus, it does show, hey, go down to the south. I don't know what the story is. It's not, this thing is not quite right, this picture I'm showing. The Feralus thing I'm fairly certain is accurate. I've never tried to fish anywhere except where it just was. Swamp of Sorrows, you're good along the whole coast. Stranglethorn, you're good along the whole coast. We're going to fish up by the reef. That seems to be the best. Alright, so we're taking this boat over. Actually, the wait for the boat is almost as long as the stinking trip for the boat. We're taking this boat over. Let's see how we doing on it. Okay. We have time. I think we'll finish the fishing. I think we're going to finish a lot. And again, I just want to get... I want to turn in the Blue Pearl quest. I want to be back in the Badlands to wrap this episode up. But even if we're not quite back there, if we're on the way back, I want to have finished that. I forgot to look at my bank. We still will have time when we go back to Stormmoon one more time. Let's stick some of this fish in there, but I forgot to look to see, did I already start getting a thought I had a few pearls. Might be wrong. Alright, so it's making me go around the island. That's part of it. And there are 2 pieces to this island. I don't know what this bottom one is. I'm sure we'll quest there. I am looking forward to doing Fairless. Yeah, and after Hinterlands is Tanaris and Zul'Farrak. So that's, in my own life, I'm working towards. I am actually questing a lot slower than I thought, even though I've had these days off, because I've been putting longer episodes out. Probably. Oh, I'm going to keep the fishing pole on until I'm done doing all this. Yeah, this is going to take us up to Nigel's Point. And then I guess we can go over here from Nigel's Point to this part of the coast. Okay. All right, so this is Feathermoon Stronghold, one of the more interesting things, because how often do you have a town that you have to take a little boat to in zone just to get there? Not a ton that I know. There's a reagent vendor right there. I'm not going to explore it too much. We just want to get the flight path. That's all. Alright, so we're going to fly to Nigel's Point right now. I'm actually going to pause the video. I don't do this very often, but I'm going to pause for a second to cut the time on the video some, and when you come back, we'll have landed at Nigel's Point. Okay, so it'll just be a blink of an eye for you guys. Alrighty, ladies and gents, I'm back again. Just a blink of an eye for you, but we are almost now here at Nigel's Point, so not that much time's passed if you look at the in-game clock compared to the last, probably just a couple minutes. But I wanted to complete this whole quest line, and drinking the coffee a little too fast, I was like, ooh, if I have to wait on the bio for this long, it's going to be a long 45 minutes or whatever, however long it takes. So, here we go. We're going to go now run on horseback over here, and then that temporarily has us done with our current little jaunt into Kalimdor will be done. We are not fully done, but it does get us some of the way. That quest right there is Maraudon quest. Now, I usually fish down here for this, but I believe, as on Alliance, I did my other one up here. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Obviously, Questia's tabbing that it does. It should be just fine. I haven't even gone over down there on this character, but we did already finish this. Let's check out some of the previous episodes on that. We are here for the... Is this the Misty Reed? It's not Savage Coast. We already got the Fairless. So, this is either the Misty Reed or the Sartharis Striker. I think this is the Sartharis Striker. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, so after this one, we're going to Hearth, which will take us back to Stormwind. In Stormwind, I'm going to take a quick peek in my bank, just to see if I have any blue pearls already. And then, I don't know, then we're going to fly over to the Swamp of Sorrows, or really the Blasted Lands, and make our way up to Swamp of Sorrows to get our third fish. Then we're going to march back down there and fly down to Booty Bay, which will give us this In Search of Galvan quest completed and some blacksmith training. Tell us what we need next, because we don't even know the ornate recipes yet. And then we'll work up and get the last fish. I think he's going to send us over to Tanaris. I think that's how this is going to go. Oh, and while we're down there, we're also going to march our way up the shore. When we go to get that fourth fish, we're going to march our way up the shore to get the bluefin pearls. And it's actually quicker to go... If you're already in up here by these, it's actually quicker to go up to Westfall and fly than it is to go all the way down to Booty Bay when you're at the top. Now, unless we wanted to take a boat over to Ratchet, which actually that is what we're probably going to want to do, because then we can fly down from Ratchet to Norris. But we also want to go to Dustwallow. So actually, we have a lot of options because we want to turn in the fishing quest too. All right, we're gonna go fish along this coast right here. It says that like right here is a good spot. I don't know. Let's see. This is the lowest level of the zones that we're fishing in. So should be good. Should be easy. We should be at 100% fish rate. And remember, we'll kind of every couple casts, we'll take a couple steps over if we really get bad luck. And yeah, I don't remember what we're looking for. Oh, it'll say right here. This is the Sartharis Striker. I guess because this is the Sartharis Strand. A lot of the times they call these beaches strands. I don't know. But I don't see anything called Sartharis or Najar Isle. But I do think that somewhere I've heard this being called the Sartharis Strand. Yeah, it says it right there if you hover over the minimap. We're on the Sartharis Strand. Okay, now that I've officially called it out, if I don't get a fish this time, step one's over. Oh, I actually have a couple red gill. We can level up our fishing a couple from fishing in Fairless. Okay, let's take a couple steps over. Maybe fish over here. That was a bad spot right there. So tomorrow so I'm going to do that episode, the mobile game today, and I hope it'll go well. I did play around with it some. It's not perfect. It's not ideal, but it's probably as good as we're going to get, and I think what goes in our favor is that the game is probably pretty short, pretty small. And I'm going to look up, like, see if there's any guide. There might not even be a guide for the game, to be honest, because... Alright, we got the striker. I was just about to give up a move out of that spot, too. Alright, so now we're going to hearth back to Stormwind, take ourselves back to the Eastern Kingdoms. We have 2 of the 4 fish that we need. Again, I'm going to check that bank for the blue pearls. And bank's right there. And then we're going to fly to Blasted Lands, Netherguard Keep. A lot of travel, a lot of travel.
King's Honor. No one's ever stolen anything out of here. Not in the whole history of... The whole history.
Is that a... That's a gyrochronoton that I was saving, and I paid 27 silver for it. I'm a ding-dong. This I don't even remember what I need that for. That's true silver. I do have 1 true silver bar. I'm gonna actually keep that because I bet you that will pop up soon. Medium leather I don't think we're gonna need. We need a Heart of Fire. I do remember reading that. I might need some of those stones. I'll keep this in mind. Lesser Moonstone, Aquamarine. We have some of that. Elemental Earth. Okay, we have some of these things. We'll take a peek in the bank, but this I can sell, which is a waste. That means I wasted 20-something silver on that stinking thing. But I don't have any pearls, so that means I intentionally left off getting the pearls last time, I was probably like, screw
What do
it.
you look? Best deals in all of Stormwind, my friend. Won't find any better. Now,
All right, well, I recouped 25% of the cost. I still wasted almost 20 silver on this stupid thing. Now, it says that this Blue Pearl diving is a 37 elite quest because of the mobs. There are those elite murlocs around it, but you can get all of the pearls without fighting a single murloc if you just be careful. And if you're higher level like we are, we're level 46, so that's going to be no problem for us.
These
I'm not worried about that. Alright, Netherguard Keep, because we have no Swamp Asaro space.
Maybe show you something new at the same time.
Alright, so I will make tomorrow a short episode if you want to look and see. We can look at what I've been doing on this and how I'm making my way through. So there are all kinds of non-canon lore. This is a fantastic thing that someone's put out there. The guy's name is Acaria TX Reaper. They haven't updated it since 2022, so it's a couple years out of date at this point, but we're not anywhere near that content. We've done pretty much everything along here. I started doing the art. We did this. I have purchased this. And I think I did some of these online. I can't remember. I also have this one so I have them. I just haven't gone over them in port. And this one you can find on Kindle. But when you start to get into this, specifically Legion, like it says static link unavailable, that freaking thing is unavailable. Like, I'm waiting because by the time we get there, that if no one's uploaded it, it's maybe I can get it for $75, maybe. So it's just going to be more and more annoying to get some of these because most of them came out as part of limited edition World of Warcraft, and I didn't even buy the most recent one. I just kept delaying, and then by the time I decided to buy it, it was butt. So once I got to that, and I'm like, okay, well, now I need to take this undated lore, and I decided, plus it was starting to talk about things we hadn't even covered in game yet. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to do them closer to when I actually play those games, which made me pause on the Ask Dev Roundtable and Story of Warcraft. Sylvanas we've actually started. It's like divided into 3 acts. We've read the first couple acts, but the final one's all Shadowlands material. So I waited. I might eventually go back if we get a dearth of content as I'm trying to catch up. Like if we overplay it, I might come back and finish that book just so that it's done. And we've been reading Folkum Fairy Tales story by story as we go because a lot of them have chronological storylines behind them. So then I came back and it's like, okay, we'll go through and do this then in the game order before we come back and do those. So I've did all the mythos before recorded time, and I started now working through basically in the ages past, 50 years before the Dark Portal opened and even earlier, and we have thousands and thousands of years. So we're in this area right here with the 10,000 years before, right around the time of the War of the Ancients. So I'm looking at any non-canon lore. Most of the non-canon lore, now the fables are non-canon because they're fables, so they're non-canon in the sense that you're supposed to take them with a grain of salt, even though they are written by some of the biggest heavy hitters in the genre, such as Christie Golden. But much of it is things like the World of Warcraft Encyclopedia, which are now defunct, and much of the lore has been retconned. So when they let that go, you can find it through various archives such as Wowpedia or this project that does it's like an internet time capsule project that saves states many websites. But we have basically made ourselves, we've gotten through Vaj, and now we have a couple in-game objects that we'll be looking at. So there's the Kaldorei and the Well of Eternity and the War of the Ancients. Those are 2 books. We actually read the first book, War of the Ancients 1. The majority of it happened there. We've already read that. Check it out. It's pretty awesome. It's one of my first main book series I read with you guys. Maybe the first one. So you're going to have to go quite back in time to find it. But So tomorrow, I'll just do a quickie where I read this in-game book. I gotta look and find out where it's located. That'll be some research I do either later tonight or in the morning. Get my characters ready to roll for that, so I can give you guys a treat and say hi on Thanksgiving morning. But that's what's coming, and then, but we have a lot. Now, some of them are, it's not as much as it looks like, because this guy is individually counting every entry for every character. So for instance, with Malfurion Stormrage, we've actually read all of his page. Xavius we have not, so that one's truly coming. I'm getting chased by a hungry little stunner troll, or orc, I mean. So Xavius will be coming up over coming days. Death from our Sunstrider, Dejana, I don't even know who that is. Desdil Stareye, Jared Shadowsong, Cortellis Ravencrest, Latosius, Maev Shadowsong. She has a few. We've already done all of Tyrande. So we have a pretty decent amount, really. Enough to get us through a few months, unless I get stuck. So there is a possibility that because we were playing through so much faster than what I can do offline. I'm gonna get this iron because I'm suspecting we're gonna need more. I think I have 15 pieces right now, but I definitely know we will probably need more heavy stone. There we go, I got 3 right there, so when I see the ore, we take the ore. Oh, now I got 6 heavy stones off this one. We definitely need mithril also. I don't think I'm even getting points for mithril anymore. No, I must be. We only need 1 more point. I hear a Shadow Panther. So that stuff is... eventually then we'll get to the burden of... What's it called? The Burden of Xiaohao. It's a video series. What I'm going to do is you can actually... Videos that are placed on... YouTube, you can actually download the transcripts of the videos, almost all of them, and that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to actually do the transcripts, and I'm going to just read the transcripts. Sounds boring, but it's different, you know, that way I'm not just reading, or we're not just watching a video together. I don't want to get in trouble for copyright. I don't know how gray of an area that is. But also, that way we can kind of pause, talk. It'll be in my voice. You know, I like to do the voices and be silly. So I don't think the transcripts will be very long either. And that way it'll be like a radio show. It'll be more like you can continue to have this just in the background. Okay, this is our 3rd fish. We're looking for the Misty Reed Mahi Mahi. Makes me kind of hungry when I fish for these. Reading about the Mahi Mahi and the Ahi. When I say them back to back like that, it also makes me kind of want to go over to like Hawaii or something. After this one, we're going to, on horseback, travel back to Nethergard, and then we will fly down to Booty Bay, where we continue our blacksmithing journeys, and then mount up to go up to the north. Dang it. I got that. This is we just killed a lot of these very recently. Super annoying. So, I got too close to this fool. That's what I should have done. I should have stunned him, but he got me too fast the first time. Oh, am I still fighting with my fishing pole? That's my problem. That's why it was. I was like, man, I suck. But the problem was that I still was using my fishing pole to fight with. It didn't lose a durability though. Come on now, get me out of here. I mean, I got 400 XP for that, so that's good. There we go. We got the mahi-mahi. Okay, 3 fish down. Now it's time to go back to Nethergard, fly to Booty Bay. Stage of our journey. Yeah, but I hope we never get to that point. And then we still have plenty, again, of things. That's just in the 10,000, so we have lots of non-canon stuff to cover. And I don't know why the burden... Now, the burden of Xiaohao is not considered non-canon. I just skipped it because it was a video. There's some things I arbitrarily skipped, and I wish I wouldn't have, but it's actually good for us now, and I think I actually did it because of this. I did it in case there was a time when I needed extra time. It buys me this, because there's still a lot. Now, once you get past the 10,000, you start to get through a lot of things we've done. It jumps very fast. So things will get less and less. This is leading up to the Doom of Draenor. This is leading right up to opening the Dark Portal. Again, there are videos. And then Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2. So when we get to that, there's not a ton. There are some more videos. We read that novel already. There's an in-game object. Now, I did not read that short story. Oh, that's because that's part of the short. That's whatever it's called, the fables. Okay, so there's a few in-game objects, a couple videos, and then this is. We even read the manual for that. That's game-related stuff. One more encyclopedia entry, more objects. We did read that Secrets of the Trade Prince short story. I remember that one. We did read the Arthas Rise of the Lich King. We read that whole book. Pretty sure. Because I think we read it all except for the very, very end, and I was like, let's just do it. Then you start to get into almost up to World of Warcraft. We have in-game objects still. A lot of them. We read that short story. Couple more web. This is called the Alliance Splinters. That's actually not Warcraft Encyclopedia, but is a website. Yeah, a couple more. The story so far for Warcraft 3, they released that in 2020, so they probably came back and when Warcraft 3 was re-released, they retconned it in there. And then yeah, we've got a few more, but I've actually read a lot of those because this is getting towards Warcraft 3 right here. I've read those comics. So that doesn't do anything for us. I've read those online. I mean, anytime I say I've read it, I mean I've done it. You can check the videos out. They're part of our 1,400 episode legacy here. Now, this is leading really up to Warcraft, the game we're playing now. So I might even do more than one episode in a day. Not sure. We're gonna just see how it goes. All right, time to Booty Bay. This is actually the expansion to Warcraft 3 still. So still a lot of that we'll have read at that point, maybe even Rexar. But there's Burning Crusade Town Hall. A few more objects. That is true. That's real things that'll slow us down. That's all pretty much done. This is another fable. I read that comic. Calling that a comic is sketch. I like that there are more of these. I read this Paragons. That's actually really good. Really good story. One of the best ones we've read. I strongly recommend it. The Blood of the Highborn Paragon short story. It's very long, but it's pretty good. It's probably the longest short story I read on here because I tried to bust it out a lot. I should have done it over 5 or 6 episodes. Now we're in World of Warcraft. I've done all of that. We actually watched the video. That's the intro to the game. We watched that together. We're playing it right now. And then there are all of these in-game things that we'll read from the in-game, the online game guide. So this is all cool. We'll read a ton of those. We actually read this and How to Win Friends. I read that one. I liked it. But we did not do I Got What You'll Need. That's the Christmas one. So that is, we will read that one maybe around Christmas time this year. We'll read it. It's been a while since we've had that one, and it'd be cool to read that. It's then the first main patch is Maraudon, so that's it. We're basically, everything is leading us up to needing Maraudon. That's what we want to read about, and a lot of these things are tied off to that. So, and then immediately, so we'll have Chronicles that we can read. And then there's Dire Maul. So these are 2 Wham Bam. There's a WoW blog. So some of these other cool, neat things came out after that. As we get ourselves ready. So at this point is where we'll have to pump the brakes, and I won't be able to go back and catch up anymore. So hopefully we are still quite ahead to where I have all this extra side content. Because really, when we hit by the time we finish Classic, I want to be done with a lot of all this stuff too. Here we'll hit the story so far for the Burning Crusade. When we get into the Burning Crusade, now the pre-patch events, we can't experience that anymore. We'll just have to look at some of the content as it's available. All right, so we're almost down there. Now, and yeah, that's... I'd say we can probably devote half an hour more, which I think is still okay, because we're on our last fish. This guy's going to send us over to Gadgetstan or whatever. And we have these blue pearls we need to get. We ultimately need to go back to the Badlands. So the blue pearl's going to be turning right there. That's trash. Just kind of looking at these different things that are trash. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually turn in that Badlands quest today, but it'll be close. Okay. Alright, so let's go talk to this dude over here, McGavin. McLovin. He looks like he's up here. I feel like he's on this upper path. It's probably back in there in the Booty Bay Blacksmith. Just very creatively named institution. Yeah, there he is. McGavin.
Greetings.
A rare breed, your kind wee matey. Let me see that insignia.
By Blackhoof's back hair. Finally,
Gross.
one worthy of the Mithril Order.
That is I.
Most of our recruits never make it to Booty Bay Adventure. The shine of the insignia is enough to trigger the loot lust in even the staunchest of blacksmiths. Fools they be, as the insignia is a drop in the bucket compared to the wealth of items you'll see. Find Galvan the Ancient and show him this pin. His residence is far to the north, between Zul'Gurub and the Mosh Og Ogre Mound.
Okay, so first of all, let me smelt my 4 iron that I hear. He's up there. Alright, so that's actually good that we're going to the north, because now we have to go up to that guy. So we did complete Galvan, and we opened up the Mithril Order. Okay, so now we have 2 reasons to go to the north. Oh, I forgot to put... Here, let's start walking. I think I want to do the fishing part first. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, that's interesting. That little portion is not considered in town. Neither is this. Once you're in this tunnel. No. Yeah, I just want to get the fishing part done. So let's go north along this road. Then I'll cut over, fish, and then we'll get the blue pearl stuff done. While we're marching up this road, we'll fix the spreadsheet. Alright, so I did complete. I got nothing left. And then we picked up Nat Pagle Angler Extreme. We're on that right now. Whoops, I'm being attacked by gorillas as I ran off road. Okay, then we did the Art of the Armorsmith. I mixed this next one up. But whatever, it's fine. We picked up these two. I'll tweak them in just a second. We got not the old ways because we're Alliance. We got the Origins of Smithing. And then we got In Search of Galvan. We did that version because we're Alliance. And then we do have to go back and add this in. Because it should be this. Should be in this order. I didn't know. I was trying to figure it out, you know, just from reading Wowhead. And you can kind of see it's a little bit different. Actually, this guy that has posted these things right here, he's the best. All right. North of the Ogre Mound, Galvan in the Wilderness will have 3 quests to get a certain amount of mithril bars, iron bars, citrine, etc. Each quest you complete gives you a recipe. Yikes. Okay. So this is going to require us to come back here at some point. That's all right. So let's just look. Let's see what he says. What do other people say? To start with, patience, more patience, lots of cash, or more patience. It's advisable, 220. Talk to the blacksmith trainer. He'll direct you, which is that where I'm at? I'm at 215. Okay. All right, I'm cutting over here to start my fishing. Mithril Quaff. Oh, it requires 230. So he's saying, do this before you even go. Get to 230. Yeah, so there's work we have cut out ahead of us. Is that, oh, a priest. Alright, so we need to fish. For our final fish. Which I don't think we have those yet. We do not, because he said that they require a... But we're basically saving everything right now. Now I just aggroed all of those onto me. Coheed Cambria? That's a band. What is this poor level 36 dwarf doing? Then now they just run off. Okay, Coheed Cambria. Maybe they're mad that I took off one of their tigers. I was trying to help them out, but... Maybe they wanted to be able to do it on their own. And... I messed that up. I thought I was being helpful. They ran over near me, bringing 3 tigers. So... Or two tigers and a panther. Either way, so yeah, I think we have some work cut out for us. I'm not going to run back and forth to that guy right now. We'll kind of just do that in stages. As we get it, we will have some time out here in Stranglethorn to continue to work on it. We'll just have different pieces. But it sounds like the Tanaris is not coming up, which is good. We just have this guy who's going to give us a few quests, probably. So then we'll have to continue to hunt for Mithril and different things, and it sounds like... there we go. Got what we needed. Alright, so we have all 4 fish now. So now, it's going out for those blue pearls. That's a real thing. We're going to go for the blue pearls. We had none in the bank. Probably. I knew I was going to bust that off. We are going to use one of our 2 remaining potion charges for Potion of Water Breathing. While you're here, if you ever encounter a bottle sticking out of the sand, oh, that's horde territory. I don't want to go too close to that. Go around the Gromgal camp. Okay, and then we're going to go charge over this. I don't know. Yeah, we have 32 minutes, so there's no... We're not getting any... hearthing anytime soon. We do need to go back to Duskwallow. That is getting these blue pearls and then heading back to Dustwallow is basically what we have left to do. Alright, so I have 2 charges. We're going to use this, and now we can breathe underwater. And we are going to look for these stinking pearls. So we don't need to fight the Murlocs. I don't care about fighting them. I don't even remember what zone we were in where we had to fight them for a different quest. What we're looking for is clams. These big clams you open up, they always have the pearls. As long as you can breathe underwater, you're good. There's one right there. Okay, but as you can see, there's a 35 Elite Murloc. Right next to that clam is a 35, so it's not worth it to me to get that clam since it is right guarded by one of those guys. Not worth it. Just keep your head on a swivel. You can find them without fighting. So there's no point. I don't want to fight. It's not worth my time. It will be quicker. There's one over there. Quicker to just find them. Even though we do need 9. I think there's some clan meat that comes out of them too. Maybe you can sell these blue pearls.
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
Really, the biggest thing I'm considering is how are we going to get back to Duskwallow quickly? We could, because one option is to march up to Duskwood and then fly from there to Wetlands, which is not a short flight, but then we're right there. Option 2 is we just march down to Booty Bay, take that over to Ratchet, and then go by plane from Ratchet to Manethil. That's shorter. Might be better for us. All right. So as you can see, like other than that first one, most of these clams actually don't have Murlocs anywhere near them. So you just kind of stay above this trench, keep yourself with a camera pointed down, get yourself some water breathing. If you don't have water breathing, well, okay, then it's just a little bit more annoying. The giant clam meat, I'm pretty sure, I don't even know which one. I was gonna say I think you need that for the cooking, but actually I'm wrong. I don't even know what you need giant clam meat for. It's not one of the things I need. I don't know. Yeah, you just kind of keep yourself looking. Questy does show like a general region where it's available, but don't 100% rely on Questy. Questy is just like a loose approximation of where things come from. But yeah, as you can see, it's not... I mean, we've already got 4 out of 9 with no fights, and it's taken us about 3 minutes. There's one right there. It is right next to a dude. Don't know if I want to mess with that. It's just... don't need to really push it, because these guys are kind of annoying if you remember. So, I mean, we're much stronger now than we were. When did we have to do that? That was for 1,000 Needles. Yeah, we're 6 or 7 levels stronger at least. Probably, actually, I think we're 41. There's another one. Let's see. I think we're low enough that maybe we can get out of this. I'm gonna try.
I'm out of range.
He started swimming next to me. Oh, but see, look, even that close, if you're this high level, it's good. Okay, so I'm swimming over their little temple. It's fine. Ooh, look, I can see 2 more just opened up before me. Great on it. Yeah, just get water breathing. I feel sorry for the classes. So as you saw, I hoarded these water breathing potions. It's been taking a bag space, but I mean, it's gotten me this far in the game where we can now do this quest, and I still have 1 charge left. So I still have 1 annoying water breathing quest left that I can tackle. So if you know you're gonna have to spend a lot of time underwater, because otherwise, like, so if you're a warrior, that's the kind of things you want to do. If you, what else? Hunters, yeah, if you're a hunter, you probably need to do it. There's one right there. Shaman can take care of themselves. Druids can take care of themselves. Rogues are going to need to do it. That's 4 classes right there. We need 1 more. Warlocks can take care of themselves, but then priests and mages, they need something. So most classes do. There's only 3 classes that have some kind of something. So if you're an alchemist, also, you can just make sure you build yourself some. There's one final one right there I can go grab, and then we're good. And we can go talk to our blacksmithing dude in the Ancient Order. This guy's asking if we're running any dungeons. No, my friends. We will be running Uldaman soon. Very soon. A few days. I mean, we will not do it today. Obviously, we're already getting on time right now. I pretty much want to wrap it up now. I just want to turn in this quest first. I want to turn in this fishing quest. The rest can wait. The getting us back over. I mean, I can take the boat back over, but getting us back to Badlands, that can wait. Not that worried about that. Because we can just turn that in. What we need to do on the next one on Friday is start the exterior of Uldaman. And we can bust that out in 1 day. On Saturday, we can run Uldaman and fully wrap the zone for Alliance. That's pretty good. And then for Horde, Sunday we should be able to begin it. I mean, I have busy time coming up. I'm going to try to not miss a day because the algorithm makes you pay when you do that. To be real, if you the best part about this week off of work and being able to consistently make records every day is, I'm telling you, the algorithm rewards you. I've been so busy at work lately, and my numbers were the lowest that they've been in years. And by putting out episodes every day, it might be a coincidence. I don't think so. My numbers are just shooting back up. So it has rewarded me with this. The robo-gods have rewarded me. Alright, so we're shooting over to find Galvan the Ancient. Which is... Did I put that on the spreadsheet correctly? Because the quest is called... It's called the Mithril Order. So I forgot to actually add that over... Right here. Okay, bang, 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 bang. I'm about to turn that into. So all profession quests today. Blacksmithing and fishing. That took up the majority of our time. So I think it will be kind of misleading to call it Badlands quests. I think I might have to call it profession quests. Or something. Because that's what we really did. We did our artisan fishing, and we've started our artisan blacksmithing. What, that panther just crawled right on top of this tiger, I mean. I gotta fight this thing. It's right here in the zone. What did I... Who got hit? Did I get hit with fire? Did he get hit with fire? We'll fight more of these guys in the future. Oh, that's my enchantment on my axe. I forgot.
Talk to me.
Hail, come closer. Show Galvan what you have.
Many years it has been since one has been worthy of the Mithril Order's initiation. We will start now.
So we have 3 quests. Smelt on, smelt off.
Many blacksmiths believe that mining and smithing are separate, independent jobs.
Oh.
But can there be blacksmithing without mining? It is an impossibility. The accomplished blacksmith must also be an accomplished miner. Show Galvan that you are capable, adventurer. Bring me 40 bars of iron and 40 bars of mithril. For this, Galvan will teach you the ways of the ornate mithril pants.
Okay, so homeboy needs us... He needs 40 iron and 40 mithril. I already have 40 mithril. I just don't have 40 iron. How much iron do I have? 19. So I could spend 5 more gold buying another stack of that.
It is said that true silver is stronger and more durable than mithril. Galvan does not disagree with this assessment of the minerals, but contrary to its name, true silver is not true. Mithril is a far nobler mineral. Ha! Regardless, for this lesson you will need to find the great silver deceiver, adventurer. Bring me 40 bars of mithril and 5 bars of true silver. In exchange, you will be taught the secret of ornate mithril gloves, and more importantly, learn that true silver is a liar!
Okay, so how much mithril do I actually have? I have 80, so I'm still all good, and I have 1 true silver, so I need... At this point in time, I'm needing 21 bars of silver of iron, and also I need to be on the blacksmith 220, so I need 5 points of blacksmithing. But my mithril is all set. I have actually 1 extra.
The harvesting of precious gems is of utmost importance to our craft, adventurer. Few gems are more precious than the citrine.
I might have all 4.
The properties we imbue into our goods are amplified greatly by the presence of citrine. For this lesson, we will fortify 40 bars of mithril with 4 citrines. The result will be a better understanding of magical gemology and the knowledge to create ornate mithril shoulders.
Now, all of these things, they're not part of the recipe that I actually need. So... it'd be cool. These are very good gear pieces, but I need a lot more to come out of this. So, we just picked up, first of all, this one's done. And I just picked up, what were they called? Smelt on, smelt off, the Great Silver Deceiver, and the Art of the Imbue. These 3. So these three are actually off, and that's the order. This is actually the correct order, yeah. So I've got the order of this all wrong. So this will give me the half, but this is not the half I need to get the Art of the Armorsmith going. Alright, so let's get out of here. I'm on the fence. We can potentially purchase this. I'm not really actually going to worry about it right now. I will put the citrine in there. We're going to keep our eyes peeled for more. But really, I need 220. We got to get to 220. So I need 5 points no matter what. So if I do Mithril Scale Pants, honestly, iron would be the cheapest way. I don't want that. So if I went with iron, let me get back on the main road. Then I could purchase steel, basically. Okay, so what could I do? This heavy mithril axe is expensive, worse than what I have. That's 12 mithril. If I go the pants, it's 12, nothing else. So I could straight up just do mithril. That's going to be 60 of my 80 mithril gone. But I'll be there with no other requirements. If I go for this, I'm going to need to do 80 pieces of coal, which is going to be about 5 gold worth of coal, plus 80 steel. I already need to buy some. Every 20 stacks, about 4 gold there. And I already need to buy a stack, so that would be about 20. So this is going to cost me about 25 gold if I go that route. And plus the grinding stones, actually. I'm going to need a bunch of grinding stones. So, worse. Okay? That's even more expensive. If I go here, that's only 6 mithril each, but I need the mage weave, but it still might be cheaper to go that way. So these heavy mithril gauntlets. Mithril is expensive though. So making the heavy mithril gauntlets, that's actually probably the cheapest route, because I just would need 2 more mage weave cloth. And that's only going to take 30 of my mithril. And then that would also buy me the last thing, because I need to be 220 to get those last recipes. And then I'm going to want to actually probably build them. This is going to cost me a lot of gold. Basically, I'm going to be sinking a lot of my gold all into this. Or I'll just continue to grind on my own, because they said you need basically they're like, you need patience. So I could do it that way too. So I could just keep my eyes peeled and do this au natural. I think that's a good place to start. We need iron, we need mithril, and I'll go get my citrine. Now the true silver, I don't even have that yet. I need 1 more point of mining to even learn that. Oh, it's showing you, hey, there's true silver spots, but I can't mine true silver yet. So like, look, they're showing you on the map, hey, you can mine true silver here, you can mine true silver there. That's gold, but I don't think gold, I think gold is gray for me still. No, gold might level me up. So I'm gonna get it. Just because it might level me. It did not. Bummer. Bumsky. Okay. I don't think I see anything there. So anyway, that's all. I'll just keep myself open. It's good to know that gold will... Okay, these panthers. I don't see... It shows it up there, but it's not real. Those are just like potential node spots. So what we'll try to do is just, yeah, we'll just keep ourselves going. If we get ourselves, it's funny that the Art of the Armorsmith is actually a lower level than the things it takes to get it. Alright, so we'll just keep our eyes peeled. If we can get one more mithril, we'll probably level up to that 230, and then we can actually smelt our own true silver if we find it. It's not a lot of true silver that we need. We only need 4 pieces. That's 1 or 2 true silver nodes. I've found those in the wild before. What we're doing is going here to go back to Booty Bay just to go turn in the fishing quest. Where are we at on time? Probably, yeah. Oh, I forgot this is the second video. I think we're probably over 2 hours at this point, just over. But I at least want to turn into fishing. Yeah, I'm trying to consider. I mean, there's no way around it. I gotta get up to. I don't have to get up to 220 first. I don't have to do that. But to learn the recipes, I need to. So I really think doing these heavy mithril gauntlets, I think this is the best bet. Well, I have to. No, I don't want to do that. I should make that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Because the other option is go this route and build 5 steel breastplates. And like I said, if I do that, I'm going to need to buy 80. Oh, that's the boat. Hopefully I don't miss it. I did just miss it. Stinker. Gosh darn it. Bummer. Not really anything I can do either. Yeah, I already have the mithril ready to go, but that would take 60. I just don't want to. That's too much. This is much more. This is much better. So if I can just get 2 more mage weave cloth, I'll be set. To work on the heavy. That's it. That's all. I just have to keep grinding out mithril. We're in Badlands now. Duskwallow Marsh. There's probably some more iron or whatever. I'm gonna just try. I know when we're in Stranglethorn here, not a ton of ore, but there's some. That's all. I'll try to be patient instead of wasting all my gold. That's what I think I should do. I think I should just be patient. So step 1, I need to get to 220 blacksmithing, which that's going to require me to have 2 more mage weave. As soon as I have that, I can make these mithril gauntlets. Actually, I could probably go up and make 4 of them right now. 268 with 8 stamina. That's probably better than what I want right now. I mean I just don't care about the armor enough. Oh man, I should have been up there. Okay. I'm gonna go up there and just see, because now we're waiting on the boat. We can at least get those 4 made. And we'll still need 1 more. I know it's eating into my mithril, but I need that iron anyway too. We need, I think, a total of what, 40? We need 40, 40. And that one's not really showing me. Oh, and I can go to my bank too, because we need... I can sell these. Oh, I wonder if this guy will train me. Oh, they take so long. Actually, wait a minute.
What can I do for you?
You act like this is the best junk I've
Yeah.
ever seen. Sure,
Okay,
it's
so he's
okay,
giving
but I
me
see stuff that's
artisan.
okay every day. Tell you what, you find a way to wow me, and I'll teach you
Okay,
things
so
that
now I
make
do
you
have
both
artisan.
smile in the
Learned. I
sun.
did have to pay for it. 5 more gold. Alright, this takes a long time, but even so, I think I hopefully won't miss the boat again. I see the boat from here. This takes so long. Does it take like a whole minute? I think so. Jeez. All right, yeah. So it does have good armor, but but it's just stam only. So this is not DPS. I'm not taking it. This is the best way for me to up my stuff right now. Because there's no point in finishing this chain unless I get to 220. So even though it seems counterintuitive that I'm spending 30 of my mithril for this, you need a total of 120 mithril. And I don't even want to look at... Yeah, we just need to grind mithril. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I guess it's probably more like 45 seconds to build one. Come on. This is painful. Three down. Last one. Yeah, so this brings us down to 57 mithril. Could smelt that gold ore while I'm here, too. I hope I'm not missing the boat, but since it's taking 8,000 years to make this, literally 8,000 years. It's not an exaggeration. Not like this is way before the biblical era. This is just 8,000 years ago. Okay, so we're at 219, so that's good. We're only one blacksmithing thing away. I do need to continue getting iron. The boat just left again. I just missed it. It took a little too long. Jeez Louise. Alright, I'm going to the bank to put some things in and take some things out. Oh, I should probably sell that stuff.
Hey, yeah.
Alright, let's put in this Nightfin Snapper. Doesn't seem like I need gold bars. It does not seem like I need these aquamarines. I do need all my citrine. I have 6 of them, so I've got plenty of citrine. I've got more than enough for the quest. Okay, that's fine. I have 19 iron ore. Let's find a little cooking fire too. We can cook up my couple. I cooked my quest log by accident. Look for a little cooking fire, so I can cook up those couple things I have. This is terrible. This is not cooking anywhere. There's a little cooking fire. So I have this fillet of red gill. That's just 2 more points of cooking. Cool. Okay, we're at 256. Let's start making our way up to the front. Maybe I can find a vendor on the way. I think I can. sell off some of this extra stuff in my bag now. See what kind of money I can make. I did get artisan blacksmithing, that's cool. So now all my stuff will be artisan.
Time is money.
Perfect. Those. So I do make a gold back from selling those. That's good. Get rid of that. I don't care about that. Boom, 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 boom. Don't care about that. Okay. Now we are in the realm of what we need. These things are all about to get turned in for quests.
Be good.
Okay. So we have, I need 6 more first of all to get out of there. We have a total of 57. So really I have 51 remaining things. 51 remaining mithril. We need 120. Okay. So that means we need 69 mithril. I do need 21 more iron bars. I need 4 more true silver. And we have everything else. We have the citrine. Yes, see. When I have all 3 of those, I'll go turn them into the guy at the same time. And we will also be 220. In Iron Forge at 220, I can... Is it 220 or 230? 230, I mean. Iron Forge at 230, I can smelt the true silver. I think I can mine the true silver. I just need that 1 more point of mining. So we're all there. It's all good in the hood. I should check our package delivered. Let's kind of just peek as we're waiting or killing time. So basically, yes, he wants mithril bars, iron bars, citrine. Each one gives you a recipe. He will then direct you to his student studying in Gadgetstan. Okay. You'll have 3 more quests that give you recipes. After each quest, you get more recipes. At this point, you're still missing ornate mithril helmet. Fantastic. You have all the recipes. Okay, then you go to Gadgetstan and Tanaris, talk to the Night Elf at the Forge. He has 3 quests which give you 3 more recipes. One of those is the ornate mithril helmet. After this, you have all the recipes you need to complete the original quest. Now it's just a matter of collecting all the materials to make those items. Which, each of the 10 quests, yeah, you're not making any money. So, this guy basically says, okay, he wants you to make all of these. So it's telling you the recipe of what you need, at which point you'll be stumped. You don't have the recipes. He tells you, okay, go to the Stormwind. You need the 30 steel, 12 heavy grinding stones. Okay, then we did this. Okay. Before you start tramping out, try and learn the following recipes. Mithril Coif and heavy metal mithril breastplate for 230. So we're not there. But you bring all those to him, you'll get the 220. See, that's, I'm not ready for those yet because I'm not at 230. We're not even at 220. Once you meet Trenton, he'll give you 3 quests. A good head on your shoulders. You need to do 2 mithril coifs. So that's why you need it from the guy in Booty Bay. The heavy mithril boots. Now that... Do I already know heavy mithril boots? I don't know. Maybe. The mithril kid, which is the heavy mithril breastplate, I believe, which I already have. Or no, you learned that from them. Jeez Louise. So what you need all together in total for this: 342 mithril, 40 iron, 26 true silver, 30 steel, 12 mage weave, 16 thick leather, 4 black pearls, 4 citrine, 3 aquamarine, 1 heart of fire. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So I'll spend some money here and there on that stuff, but I'm gonna try my best to find it in the wild. Every time we see iron, yeah, how much total iron do we need? You need a total of 70 iron, because you need 40 and 30, and we've already turned in the 30. So once we get this, once we get the 21 more iron, we're actually done with iron. So, and that's about 4 gold. So I could actually see my way to not doing the iron. Okay, this is the last, oh, well, almost. Okay, now we're flying to Theramore. We're getting close to the end here. We're gonna fly and turn this into Nat Pagle. And, what do we have to do after that? We've got to go... My Hearthstone's actually off cooldown now. That's how long we've been doing this. So, I'm going to... After this, I will Hearth from Nat Pagle back to Stormwind, and then we'll sign off. I'll fly from Stormwind to Lochmadon off camera. So we're going to go fly down here, go turn this into Nat Pagle, and then... That's it. I got some... alerts, but yeah, so while we're doing our last, let's talk a little Thanksgiving. I've been kicking this can down the road, but why not? So tomorrow is the big day for those of you that celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm of a mind for most holidays to be, what are you bringing to my life, you know? Depending on the age I've been, I've celebrated them all, and depending on how old my kids were, celebrated them. There's a religious component to many holidays, but that's more of a personal journey for me usually, because my older kids are not super religious. One of them is not religious at all, and that's on me. Mostly for not doing a better job, if you value religion, showing the virtues of religion, which I do think there are some, and I have a very complicated and unique relationship with religion myself, although I do consider myself a God-fearing man. So there is that, like, there are certain there is a relationship between, obviously, Christmas, Easter, these different types of holidays. But a lot of them, like Halloween, St. Patrick's Day, Thanksgiving, they're more secular. Thanksgiving's kind of borderline, but they're more secular holidays. And then, what do you do for me lately? I'm not a kid or college student anymore, so I don't really care about St. Patrick's Day. I do have Irish heritage, but I'm not Catholic, and I'm not going out to the bars drinking. Same thing for Halloween. It was fun when I was in college, and we would go to various, like, bar hopping and do Halloween things, or people go to Halloween parties. I don't care about that. I don't do that. Dressing up can be fun. It was more fun when I was doing it with my kids. I just don't care. I'll do it a little bit for the spirit of the fun. Now, Thanksgiving, so what do you do for me? Well, I love Thanksgiving food. The food is busting. Every single type of Thanksgiving food I absolutely adore. I like cooking. And I'm very good at cooking Thanksgiving food. I like to have the football on all day. I like the drinking element of it. I like to see family. So Thanksgiving is a good holiday because of all that.
Need something?
We did
See
it.
you later.
Anything biting today?
Now that's a
I don't
fine
know why I
cat.
give him
Come
that
over
voice.
here. Let me show you how to set a few lines.
Come over here.
We do have fishing to catch up on. I'm just not doing it here. It's not going to happen right now. We'll catch up that on another time. We've already spent. We're way over on time, so I'm all good. They're going to do a rend in Stormwind at 1:15. So maybe because we're about to do these elites, I'm actually going to leave myself here. I won't walk to the thing. I'll wait and I'll get this buff and then I'll fly because it's going to help us in Badlands. We'll turn in Pearl Diving next time. All right, thank you everybody so much for watching, for listening, and for tuning in. You'll see me in the morning before Thanksgiving, and maybe we'll do a talk about what we made and what we ate on the following episode. See you all next time on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft.